are the some important topics from the lesson 1 life processes. The first thing you need to know what is nutrition. It's a process of intake of food inside the body. It's called nutrition. So through nutrition we take the food into the body that convert into energy in the body. So you should know that this common definition. Next, respiration. It's a one more definition you must know. It's a process of breakdown of food sources for cellular needs is what we call it as respiration. In simplified form you can say the process by which energy is produced in the body is called respiration. Okay. The next definition here you have transportation. So transportation is nothing but carrying substances from one place to another place. So generally the substances are food and oxygen in the body, human body or any other organisms or in the plants also. So this carrying the substances from one place to another place within the body is called as transportation. So next come to the excretion. So excretion is a process by which waste products are removed from the body is called excretion. The process of removing the waste products from the body is called excretion. So these all the main definitions you should remember or you should learn from the lesson 1. Let's see here you have autotrophic nutrition. So what is meant by autotroph? So autotrophs are the organisms are the living things which can make their own food. So autotrophic nutrition is nothing but the process by which they can make their own food themselves. Making food by themselves is called autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophs are generally green plants and some bacteria are examples of autotrophic nutrition. So I am just only covering the important points. Okay. So as we know that in our body to break down the substances many chemical changes takes place. Chemical reactions take place. Those chemical reactions are achieved are done in the body with the help of biocatalysts called as enzymes. So enzymes are biocatalysts that helps to carry out the many chemical reactions in the living organisms. Next, autotrophic nutrition. So it's nothing but done in the plants. So we need that carbon and energy requirement of autotrophic organisms are fulfilled by the process called photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? See, there's a process where plants can use carbon dioxide and water which is converted into carbohydrates in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. In the process of photosynthesis, the raw materials are carbon dioxide and water, and the products which are formed are oxygen, water and glucose. Glucose is a main product. Oxygen is called as a byproduct that will be released from the plant which is exiler of the all living organisms. So generally whatever carbohydrate that is a glucose produced in the body is stored in the form of the starch in the plant. So when it comes to organisms like us, it is stored in the form of glycogen. So the energy stored, the excess carbohydrate stored in the plant in the form of starch, you should remember. And in the human beings or organisms, the excess carbohydrate is stored in the form of glycogen. Please do remember these terms. Now let's see other topic. So photosynthesis equation, it's a very important as per board exam. So in this equation you can see that 6 molecules of carbon dioxide combines with 12 molecules of water molecule in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll giving the glucose, oxygen and water molecules. So here you should remember this equation thoroughly. It might be asked for the board exam. Please go through it, practice it well. So during the photosynthesis in the plant, there are mainly 3 steps. The first step is absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. The purpose of chlorophyll in the photosynthesis is to absorb the light energy or to trap the light energy. So next, the light energy whatever is absorbed by a plant with the help of chlorophyll converted into chemical energy which helps the water to split and break down into water and hydrogen and oxygen. So the source of oxygen during photosynthesis is water molecule. Water molecule is the one which produces the oxygen during photosynthesis. And next, the carbon dioxide which is used in the photosynthesis is the actual one converting into glucose during the photosynthesis. Now let's see here. The green dots you can see. This is the cross section of the leaf. You can see the green dots in the chloroplast cells. So you can see these are the chloroplast cell organelles present here. So these are the chloroplasts which are present in the leaf. That's the green dots. So they contain the green color pigment called as chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is a pigment, a green pigment present in the chloroplast, the cell organelle. Remember this one. And you can also see here guard cells are present, spaces are present, and you remember here in the cross section of the leaf. So there is a upper layer called as upper epidermis, lower layer called as lower epidermis, and above the upper epidermis there will be a thin waxy coating. It's called as cuticle. Let's see here. The green dots are the cell organelles called as chloroplasts which contain the chlorophyll. Okay, so this is a experiment which proves that chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. If there is no chlorophyll, plant cannot make its own food. So now let's see here, surprisingly, you can see here there are two pictures were given. By looking at that you can identify that's nothing but stomata. So one is called as open stomata, other one is a closed stomata. Stomata consists two bean shaped cells. They are called as guard cells. So what are those guard cells actually does? They helps the stomata to close and open. Guard cells are helping to close and open the stomata. So stomata is helpful for exchange of gases by the process called diffusion. If there is no stomata, exchange of gases do not take place in the plants. The stomata is opening and closing of stomata is controlled by the guard cells. Okay, if the guard cells absorb the water, they swell it up and the stomata will be opened. If the guard cells loses the water to surroundings, they'll be shrinking. Shrinking means size decreases and they'll become flattened. So therefore the stomata will be closed. So there is an activity here which shows that carbon dioxide is essential for photosynthesis. So inside the bell jar, one up near the pot, first one, you can see there is a watch glass which consists of potassium hydroxide. The purpose of potassium hydroxide using in this experiment is to remove the carbon dioxide present inside the bell jar and to prove that there is no carbon dioxide, a plant cannot make the food by photosynthesis. Hope you all are clear with the main points till now.